Hey everybody, Tim here with tonight's episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 3, Episode 24, Ménage, Troi. This is a fun episode. It has Lwaxana Troi in it. I mean, come on, any episode that has Majel Barrett as Lwaxana Troi is a great episode. So this episode kind of has to do with Troi. Basically, it boils down to a Ferengi has fallen in love with Lwaxana, and they're trying to kidnap them. And in the process, they also take Deanna and Riker. So it's just kind of a lot of stuff going on in this episode. First off, Ethan Phillips, I don't know why I tripped over that, plays Dr. Farak as a Ferengi. Most of you probably know him more as Neelix on Voyager. So like 4 or 5 years from now, Ethan Phillips comes back. And then even there's an episode in Voyager, the second part of the episode from earlier, where the false prophets, where there's 2 Ferengi. Neelix undergoes a transformation to turn into a Ferengi. And so he repraises basically that species. This is also the episode of the meme origin where Picard has his hand out like, why the hell, insert whatever. This is that episode where Lwaxana wants Picard to fight for her. And so he starts quoting, I think it's Hamlet, to the Ferengi about how much he loves Lwaxana, and he has his hand out. If you look in the background of that meme, you can usually see Riker wearing the blue shirt because he was on Betazoid on vacation. Which, speaking of which, this episode, I didn't catch it the first time I ever saw it, but when Troi and Riker are on vacation, they kiss. And I mean, it's like, that's kind of sweet because they still have feelings for each other. Years later, I think it's Insurrection, when Riker kisses Troi and she says, yuck. And he's like, I kiss you and you say yuck? And she goes, I've never kissed you with a beard before, implying that their relationship before the first season even started, when Riker was still clean shaven. But clearly they have kissed. She has kissed him with a beard before. And I don't think this is the only episode where they kiss. So I think that's interesting. It's a cute moment for the movie, but it introduces some continuity errors. This is the first time that we see Lwaxana naked. Granted, it's just, we see her from like the shoulders up. But it was established, I think, in the first episode of Ferengi that they don't like their women clothed. And this gets reaffirmed over and over, especially in Deep Space Nine. And when they beam Lwaxana and Deanna aboard their ship, they beam just their bodies. They leave their clothes. And it's funny because Lwaxana's like, even their transporters can't be trusted. She does more nude scenes later on, but this is that first that really establishes it. And it's kind of funny because Deanna instantly is like this, and Lwaxana's like, I have no shame. What do you want? So I don't know. I thought that was kind of fun. And then finally, at the end of this episode, Wesley I should have worn my sweater just to spite Josh. Wesley is made a full ensign and is given the actual uniform of a Starfleet officer instead of the gray jumpsuit that he's been wearing. And I'm pretty sure that they hadn't planned on that, at least in depth, because it clearly doesn't fit him correctly. It's very large on him. So I thought that was interesting. And finally, random trivia fact, Riker's trying to get a hold of the Enterprise, and he's just making noises in the background, and Geordi says, that's a Cochrane. It's a unit of subspace distortion. This is a clear reference to Zephram Cochrane, who we saw in one episode of the original series, and then he becomes much more popular as a character once we get to the First Contact movie. So I think that's interesting. I like when they do these little shout-outs, like they mention the Cochrane or the Daystrom Institute, all of these little characters from the original series. I really like stuff like that. It just kind of keeps everything in universe. But overall, I think this is a fun episode. I really enjoy it. Like I said, anything with Lwaxana. After Q, Lwaxana is probably my favorite character. I just think she's a great character. She's a lot of fun. If you guys have seen this one, what do you guys think? Do you like Lwaxana? Do you guys like Ferengi? Go ahead, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for everything, and I will see you guys next time for Transfigurations.